Yo, Salaam nerds! It's your boy Neebz, aka Watch with Neebz, and I'm here with my boy Jazz, aka New Master 69. What's up, Jazz?
New Master 69. You know what? Fuck you, Thor. That's right, bro. I saw you. I killed you in Fortnite there. All right, deal with it.
Oh my god.
And you know what's funny? I would make a name like that. So, yeah, that's me. What's up, everybody? I'm Jazz. Let's go.
So I'm going to introduce you guys to a guest of ours. We had him on our episode where we talked about Moon Knight. Not dessert reviews, dessert review. What's going on, Desert Reviews?
Hey guys, it's DT here from Desert Reviews. Again, thank you for inviting me back onto the show. I'm quite surprised that I am back. Anyway, unfortunately, I don't have any desserts with me. I was going to bring some baklava.
No.
But, shoot, timing and whatnot. But, at least you guys got me.
That is true. And you are just as sweet as baklava.
I was going to say, that's the sweetest news of all.
And you're just as sweet as Kanafa.
All right, let's get started with Brony talk.
No. What we're going to talk about in today's episode is CinemaCon. A bunch of movies are coming out, and we're going to talk about all of them. So the first movie I really want to talk about is because it's a little controversial. And I think we got the perfect guest to talk about it because it's a movie that's also like Moon Knight set in Egypt, but it doesn't have a lot of Egyptian actors, and that's Black Adam. And I thought we could talk about that.
Shit, don't get me freaking started. Oh, this is...
No, that's why we're doing this.
That's it.
Oh.
Go off, man. Just go off.
Oh, God.
I'm cranking it. I'm going to crank it.
Okay. All right. You got me started. I am pissed off at Black Adam. Like,
yes.
You saw that I did that video on Ross El Ghul, right? You saw that. So I did a video on Ross El Ghul a while back, and I mentioned that Black Adam is part of the bane of my existence as an Arab man. Because, yeah, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he is a buff guy, but he's not Arab. Like, I mean, come on. They only casted him because he looks brown. I'm just like, oh.
He's Samoan.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, it's a common trend amongst cinema where they try to use like alternative actors or something like that. They don't try to ask Arab actors or get anybody that's Arab to remotely work on these projects. Like, literally, I think it was Russell Peters who said it best. I remember he was doing a bit and he was talking about how like they would just cast people who are Latino as, Arab characters all the time. And as soon as I heard like, oh, Black Adam, I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good opportunity. They can get somebody who's like a bit of a larger guy. He doesn't have to necessarily be bulky as hell, but they can get an Arab actor to join in. And as soon as I heard Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I was so pissed off. I was pissed because, like, it's just, yeah, he's going to bring butts and seats, but come on. You had an opportunity here and you fumbled the bag so hard when it comes to Arab representation, Arab diversity in Hollywood, because let's face it, there isn't that many people in Hollywood that are Arab, and you just fumbled the bag when it comes right down to it because you had so many great opportunities to prove that DC is improving in terms of their relations with the Arab community, but it's not. I mean, look at Ra's al Ghul from the Nolan trilogy. Just that still rings true today. And then there's the Arrowverse, and now there's freaking Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Black Adam. Honest to God, as much as I love Shazam, I hope the Black Adam movie just nukes it. I hope it completely shits the bed. I hope it nukes.
You heard it here first, yeah.
It's funny that you brought up DC and Arab representation because what a shitty job did they do with Wonder Woman 1984. Like, holy shit, that was so bad. Like, not only was like, it was just blatant, just like, oh, this white lady's gonna come save a bunch of like dirty Egyptians and dirty Arabs. Oh my God. That made me want to cringe so much. Also, the fact that like Gal Gadot is like IDF and shit, like, it's just like, where is the sensitivity training for these people? Like, do they not care?
They did not.
There is no sensitivity training. I mean, honestly, DC has a long way to improve in terms of cultural sensitivity in any given capacity. And it's not like, I'm just saying this in general. I mean, from the roots of it. Let's take a look. I mean, they've got abusive people behind the helm who are possibly racist. You know,
Possibly. Okay, that's fair. I guess we have to say allegedly on the show. Fine, allegedly.
Allegedly. You know, they've got abusive people behind the helm who are allegedly racist. They don't know how to represent represent communities correctly because especially with the Arab community, they just dog on them every single chance that they get.
Mm-hmm.
And like, they don't even bother reaching out. We're just like, yo, we're happy to take a part and help you guys out. We're happy to prop you up. It's a damn shame too. Even some of their characters I am pissed off at because, like, for example, and they only corrected this recently in the comics, like Dr. Fate, he's not Arab, he's a white guy. And then just recently they made him Arab.
Right.
So DC's got a long way to go. But you wanted to say something, Neebs? I'm sorry. I think you had a...
You said something about like how they have all these abusive people at the helms. Like, it's so interesting that you said that because not only is there the whole Josh Whedon thing, not only is it the whole Gal Gadot thing, but like Ezra Miller literally threw like chairs at people and broke into people's houses and choked people.
Oh, in Hawaii, I heard about
On The
that.
Flash, right? And then we got Amber Heard, who's all over TikTok this week of all taking a dookie in someone's bed, in her husband's bed, and cutting his finger off, and she still had the job at on Aquaman 2.
She's still Hera?
Yeah, she's still on the project.
What?
Still getting paid. Yeah.
But
this is why there's a whole boycott to it too.
But they get rid of the guy who played Cyborg because he said Josh Whedon didn't treat him right on the show, which was accurate, which was proven to be true, and like it's so crazy. What is WB?
Shoot, it's just it's a shame because like honestly, DC used to be a bit of a beacon for. They used to have something with minority representation, and they used to have be such a beacon in terms of comics. Because like when I was a kid, I grew up on the Justice League cartoon, like the what's it called, the Justice League Unlimited cartoon, the Batman animated series, and like I saw Ross, and I was just like, oh, Ross El Ghul, and I was just like, yo, that is a villain that is respectable, admirable, carries his own weight, and like I found out he was Arab because of my dad, and I was just like. That is a character that I like and I look up to, not in every single aspect, obviously, but like
looking for that Lazarus pit, bro. I see you.
But like Ross was a character that Ross is a character that always like had an honor to him to the point where heroes respected him, and that they always knew he was a bad guy, but he knew where the line was at.
It reminds me of the scene from Wreck-It Ralph. Just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you're a bad guy.
Yeah, but I mean, they used to be such a beacon, and nowadays Marvel trounces them they've just trounced them like by light years.
Yeah,
it's interesting because if you look at Young Justice now, right?
Yeah, Young Justice is so inclusive.
Oh my
right,
God,
like that's a DC property. What the hell are they doing on their live action shit if their animated stuff can be this amazing? I don't know what they're doing.
By miles, like they have like autism, they have like interracial people, they have Muslim people, they have so much representation. It's ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, the Dr. Fate that they currently have in the show is he's Egyptian.
Right.
And he's actually Muslim. But like, yeah, and then there's Halo, Halo is interesting.
Yeah, Halo.
I mean, the way she got started kind of pissed me off because she was an insurgent, but then they corrected that to the point where it's like, oh, okay, she's her own character, and she's truly representing Islam as it should be. So
it's really, really interesting, right? And like, they didn't make it so that like, she's just this token character. Like, she is one of the main people in this season's like Justice League, and she has like incredible powers. She's really cool, and it's like, and the fact that like she's like learning about Islam, she's so sincere in it, right? I really like that. I think it's really interesting. I think it's the best outcome they probably could have had because the way they started off was so weird. I really like the way they're ending it, and I feel like there's got to be some writers behind the scenes telling them what to do and what to say, because there's no way that they could come up with some of these things on their own, right? Like just when Khalid was talking about how magic is technically haram in Islam, right? And you have to like kind of balance the two and figure out like how to be a superhero and be Muslim, and like some of the stuff that they wrote, what I thought was really good, because they even talk about really important things like spiritual abuse, right, where people weaponize Islam to get you to do things that you don't want to do sometimes, right? Like her mom using the religion to get him to stop being a hero, right? It's really, really interesting.
Yeah.
I find it really fascinating, and I feel like whoever is behind Young Justice, like, fantastic job. Like,
give him the reins just easily.
yes.
But
honest to God, yeah.
You
Make him the new Kevin
Feige.
Feige. Let's go.
Yeah.
Or her,
You
or
mind if I
whoever.
touch on
Like,
something you said, Neebs? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Jazz. But like
No,
when
go
it
for
comes down to Halo, and when it comes also down to Khalid, honest to God, I feel like they represent Islam in the modern age and like the new age. Like
Right.
they basically represent the Gen Z. I don't want to say Gen Z because that makes me feel old as shit. But they represent the modern connotations of Islam, of being like of somebody that lives in lives in like an American-based society as a Muslim in every given way. It's like even Kamala. It's like with Kamala Khan. She's not just like some perfect Muslim Muslim girl who's just like I pray 5 times a day. I'm like this, because like honest to God, not all of us are like that. There are some of us that are like that. But then there are like guys like you and me that go out. We just try to live our lives the best we can.
Nah.
What are you talking about going out? We're nerds. We stay home all day.
That's not true, Jack. I see you on social media. You're always having fun and hanging out with 20 different people. I got you. But let's talk about some of the other movies that are coming out. So we talked about Black Adam. We talked about Flash. We talked about Aquaman. So other movies that are coming out. Creed 3, the Batman 2 got greenlit, so we're getting a sequel to the Batman 2, which is exciting. I'm not super excited about the Joker being the next. I'm jokered out, man. I don't need another Joker, but
For real, give me a good Mr. Freeze. Give me a good Penguin. Like, I'm tired.
No,
yeah.
like give me a good Ross. Give me a good Ross out of the
Ooh,
Give me one.
For sure.
Yes.
Finally, DC. Okay, if you're watching, this is your one chance to get it right. Give me a good Ra's al Ghul, and we're even. I will forgive you for Black Adam. I will forgive you for the Nolan trilogy. I will forgive you for every single crime against Arabs that you have done. Just give me a good Ra's al Ghul.
But another movie which has no Middle Eastern representation but takes from Middle Eastern culture is Dune. Dune 2 is also greenlit, and that's also going to be coming out. So they talked about that.
Yeah, we're all mad at Dune.
Literally, Dune 2 is just, it's literally taking Egyptian and Moroccan culture straight up. And
No, it's Iraq.
Yeah.
That's the joke. So the Harkonnens are from Germany. Arrakis is Iraq. And the Atreides family, they're supposed to be the French. It's supposed to be a World War II kind of thing with the French against the Germans, but they're in the desert. That's how Dune came to be.
I'm sorry. I actually did not know that. Like, I only saw the Dune movie. I never actually read the books or like dove so deep into the Dune lore.
And I get the point where they're like, we can't make the Fremen all Middle Eastern because the Fremen are not really portrayed in the best light. But then, who's asking you to make all the Fremen Middle Eastern? You can make anybody you want Middle Eastern. Freaking Oscar Isaac has a white kid. Like, what the hell? So I don't know.
Definitely white.
Like, I don't understand the point of that. So it's whatever it is. Other movies that are coming out. Let's get away from that. But the biggest thing that Sony's got going for them is Spider-Man Across the Universe Part 1. So they showed some footage of that. Looks really good, but it is delayed, which sucks. That's not cool.
Oh yeah,
I want Spider-Pig.
You know what?
We've already got Spider.
I want Spider-Pig again. I love Spider-Pig.
Okay, yeah, we got it.
Come on, Chad. During Ramadan, Spider-Pig.
Yes, specifically during Ramadan.
Oh, there'll be that.
Hot take of the show. I want Spider-Pig during Ramadan.
You want Spider-Pig?
So let's talk about Paramount. So Paramount has got some movies coming out. They got Top Gun Maverick, which I'm excited about. I got my Top Gun jacket on, so I'm really excited about that. And then a movie is coming back that I thought we were done with this. I thought it was over, but Transformers is coming back.
Another one?
Can they just let that? Like, they've already done it.
Is it Michael Bay?
Is.
I don't know if it's Michael Bay, but it's called Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
They're doing it on. I swear to God, if they're doing it based off of the Maximals and Predacons and all that shit, oh God, that's good. This is just messy. Just let it die. But yeah, so I actually got a chance. I'm so pissed at that I didn't take this chance. I got invited to a private to like a test screening of Top Gun Maverick. I'm so pissed that I didn't take it.
You should have done it. That sounds awesome.
I couldn't do it that day. I had an exam, which sucked.
That you're in school.
You don't need an education. That's just be a podcaster. You're good to go,
bro. You should talk to your professor. Be like, hey, I get to go to this
Maverick.
Yeah, like, can I please have an extension for a day?
Just be my wingman,
Right, yeah. Like, come with me, actually. Let's everybody get an extra day.
Yeah, just be like, hey, listen, I'm feeling a little weird. I feel the need for speed.
Look, Professor, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go off into the danger zone, all right? We're going to play some volleyball, just cut me some
slack. Go to that bar and sing that song.
Your mouth is cashing checks, your ass can't cash.
And then you serenade him at the end of the night. You take my breath away.
I just find it surprising that film became such a cult classic. Like it's just that it's a surprising story. Like, everybody shitted on it, and then like several years later, it became such a hit. But personally, I've got a theory that it became like more mainstream as of lately because of Archer. Like, that's the main reason I think it actually started becoming more and more popular amongst younger generations.
Maybe. Speaking of Tom Cruise, another Tom Cruise movie that's coming out and they showed clips of was MI7, which I'm excited about. I am a huge Mission Impossible fan. I love to death the Mission Impossible movie. My favorite one is Rogue Nation, where he's on the Burj Khalifa and he's outside on the windows. Like, that is my favorite scene. The fact that he actually did that in real life is exciting. Like, that scene is so...
Oh, he does do all his stunts.
I love
That's right. He does do all his stunts.
I love the fact
I have a confession.
What?
I have a confession. Okay, here's the thing. I've actually never seen a Mission Impossible film.
Oh, you got to, man. They're so good.
You are in for a...
Like, I know what it's
Imagine...
about, but
have you seen Fast and the Furious series?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, it's just like that. It's over-the-top fun.
Yeah.
Don't go in thinking it's a serious movie. Just go in having fun.
But speaking of Fast and Furious X is another one that's coming out. But they just announced that the director is leaving. The director is no longer part of the movie, and he did every single one except for 1, 2, and 4, I believe. But he's done every single one other than that, and now he is leaving, which is weird.
Let's face it. You don't go there for the director. You go there for family. So,
fair
enough. Are you disappointed that they didn't call it Fast 10 and then just went with the pun fasten your seatbelts? Because like, there's this whole entire like fandom that's part of the fandom that's like pissed that they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Honest to God, like, where else can they take this shit? Because, like, they say they're going to space and whatnot. I'm like,
they already went
the final frontier, man. We're gonna end it at 10.
Yeah, 10.
Shit, man.
They're probably gonna go back in time and go back into the original.
The Fast and Furious multiverse.
Yeah, they're gonna go back to the.
Bring back Paul Walker and CGI.
Yo, you never know,
God,
man. You never know.
Rip Paul Walker.
Speaking about going back in time, Jurassic World is another movie that's coming out. Jurassic World Dominion. So I don't know who's excited to see that, but Jurassic World people have a big fan base.
Do I get Blue back?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Why, was he not in the
If
second
I get
one?
Blue back, I'm gonna be happy.
Was he not in the second one?
I
you don't even remember, bro.
I haven't seen the second one. I cannot remember.
Big Jurassic Park fan. Get out of here.
I'm not a fan.
Okay. I've seen the Jurassic Park movies, but I've never really been like a true fan, so to speak.
I love the original. I think the original is a fucking masterpiece.
Oh, the first 3 were amazing. I just haven't seen the newer ones, Chris Pratt and them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Blue's still alive. Yes. Let's do this.
Okay.
I'm only here for this one female velociraptor named Blue, okay?
Speaking of blue, there's blue people in the Avatar, and that's another movie that's coming out.
You have such creative transitions, my friend. I have to, like, you just are very quick-witted. I'm going to say
He's the
that.
king.
Just props to you. Just chef's kiss.
So,
Honestly,
Avatar 2 is another movie that's coming out, and I think another movie literally like changed their due date when they found out Avatar 2 is coming out that same day. They're like, nope, we're out. They changed it and they pushed their date back. Do you remember the chokehold 3D movies had on the cinematic world after Avatar came out? Every freaking movie came out in 3D.
And it was all garbage.
I'm so glad that died out. That's well, speaking of a space movie, there's another space movie coming out, which is Buzz Lightyear. So that's another one that looks exciting.
oh man.
So I think that's the last one on our list. Everything else is just Marvel. Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Love and Thunder. But other than that, yeah, Buzz Lightyear is the only one left. Which I think looks kind of cool. Which is also interesting that Chris Evans plays a man out of time twice. But yeah, these are all the movies that are on CinemaCon that we got news for. Some of them we're excited for, some of them not so much. But
I'm gonna say it. Like, if you could just bleep this out or something like that, I'm
Listen,
sorry.
DT, I really wish you wouldn't just censor yourself. I feel like I wish you could really tell us how you really felt. How do you really feel?
No, okay. I mean, literally.
Go all out. Let's go all out.
Look, Black Adam can. I care. I mean, Jesus Christ. I want to see this movie burn in the deepest abysses of hell. It's like, I hope that every person that is a part of this movie finds themselves in a special place in hell where they are forced to watch this movie on repeat over and over again. Well, I mean, it's just that terrible. I want to see... I just want to see them burn. That's all. I want to be like the Joker and just watch the world burn in front of them. That is what my truest desire is. That's all I ever care about. Black Adam can... and this is, keep in mind, this is the PG version of what I am thinking in my head right now. I've got family who should not hear the words that I want to say.
I may have brought on a supervillain on the show by accident.
This is great.
I am going to end this episode before we are kicked off air. I don't know how much of this is actually going to make it on air. I have to reassess.
All of it. All of it.
I have to reassess what I'm going to let air. Yeah.
Hey, I just want it to be known that you opened. Look,
I take it back.
You had Pandora's box.
I was just being playful. Like, what is this?
You had Pandora's box.
I'm so sorry.
You opened the box.
I regret everything.
You opened it. I warned you. I warned you not to open this little box. I warned you.
Oh my God! Listen, I hope you get therapy, and in the meantime, we will
Oh
catch...
no, I'm already there. Like,
We
my
gotta get some
therapist
kanafa,
said
man.
I've made great progress.
Like, you know, Black Panther is like, get this man a shield, get this man some baklava. Oh man, listen, I'm going. That's the end of this episode. Before he says anything worse, I'm going to end the episode right here. Please like, share, subscribe. Maybe not this episode, but bunch of the other ones. We will catch you later.
Oh, God. I can't breathe. My cheeks hurt from laughing so much.